Saturday, December 26, 2020. It is currently 3 minutes past the 9 o'clock hour on your clock, my clock, and of course, everyone else's clock who might own a clock. Happy Boxing Day. Were you able to get any online shopping done? Did you support the fine people of Amazon? Did you visit broamartino.ca? Perhaps you purchased something at the Brick. Leon's, maybe you went to the Best Buy website. Perhaps you did some online grocery shopping. In any event, if you did, I hope that you got some mega deals and mega discounts. If you did purchase anything to your liking, feel free to contribute it into tonight's chat. I am James, you are you. We are here for another edition of the Saturday Night Special. Of course, we are here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9 o'clock, but on the last Saturday of every month, we bring to you the Saturday Night Special where we do things, just a little different. We like to get a little unhinged, try some stuff, and I'm going to be perfectly honest. At the top of this week, I thought we're going to cancel, right? We're going to do the Christmas episode. That should be enough. That ought to hold everyone over. That should, tide everyone's tidings of good cheer. But then it occurred to me, we cannot let the people down who might be having a lonely and sad Boxing Day. Of course, we know that people might be going through a hard time during Christmas, but no one ever thinks about the difficulties and hardships that people might be going through on Boxing Day. Maybe you searched for that item that you wanted at 25% off and you couldn't find it. Maybe you wanted a pair of shoes that were 50% off and then all they had was 7. And that's all they ever do have when they're on sale, don't they? So if you're one of those sad people, I want to allow you into our hearts and vice versa by bringing to you a very special edition of At Home with James, a first of its kind, because for the first time ever, we will not be bringing you original content. That's right. Tonight is all about exclusive, never before seen footage, segments, interviews, so on and so forth that have taken place from March up until now. And because this is a very special episode of the show, felt only fair that we had a very special co-host on tonight's show. So let's welcome him in. He's also on the booth tonight. Sometimes I call him the Big Rig. The other 90% of the time, I call him Dave Kaufman. Dave, how are you?
Hey, James, what's going on?
Yeah, I'm doing very well. This is a happening.
Yeah, it's a happening. I'm pretty excited. Some pretty good footage we got right in the tank for people tonight.
Yeah, so people might be asking, where the hell did you get all this footage that didn't air? Doesn't your show happen live every night? Dave, tell them about it.
Well, there's a lot of technical stuff that goes on in the booth, but what people should know is that some of these segments that we do that seem live are actually pre-recorded segments that we then edit and put together in a nice compact format for your viewing pleasure. And if we did an entire live show, people would get sick of it. Much rambling and just talking and a lot of content that's really not worth the time of the viewing public. But
there's no chance this show can ever or will ever be live.
Exactly. It's too risky. We could say something that might offend somebody.
Well, and we have, and luckily we've been able to edit it out.
We've edited it out.
You tend to be the greatest perpetrator of most offensive content.
Yeah, well, I've been guilty of saying a curse or two in some of my segments. So I bleep those, I edit them out, I take them out. Sometimes if you ever watch a movie, whoa, excuse me, I might edit that out later.
Now, yeah, exactly. This is live, but if it wasn't live, we would edit out that embarrassing throat clear.
Yeah, I mean, I'm ashamed. I'm blushing right now. I don't know if you can tell. But I forgot what I was going to say, James. I'm flabbergasted.
We're talking about the ability to edit embarrassing, offensive moments out.
Yeah, so we cut them out. There's no reason to air that.
Yeah. Well, in addition to some of the segments that never made air for a variety of reasons that we'll get into, we're also going to see some of your characters that hit the cutting room floor. They just weren't up to the standards of, let's say, a Mean Business, a Sleazy Darren, a Jack Kaufman, a Randy McWayne, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, I've done a lot of good characters on the show, James, but when you're making sausage, you It's not a pretty process, you know. You got to throw out a lot of the gizzards and whatever, what have you, that you don't want to put into the intestine tube, if you catch my drift.
Well, we're going to see some of those characters, but we're also going to see some classic unaired interviews with Thomas Barnwell. We're also going to see a tandem interview from Vance Gillis and Alex Brown.
Yeah. Oh, James, before I forget, happy Boxing Day.
Yeah, thank you. You know, as I was mentioning, it can be difficult for some people on Boxing Day. How was your Boxing Day?
It's pretty good. Debating picking a couple of things up online. Might get a replacement soda stream for the one that was broken in my house.
Oh, you broke your soda stream.
I didn't break it. A member of my family broke it. I won't say their name.
Well, it's probably your wife, right?
Not saying their name, James.
All right. Well, see, again, because this is live, we're going to be able to edit this out. So if your wife backtracks,
it is my wife. My wife broke my soda stream. But
well, so here's the thing: we can say whatever we want about your wife because we'll edit this out when we do this episode next year.
We could be as mean as we want to my wife right now.
Yeah, totally.
We'll edit it out later.
We'll just edit it out, and you know what? That's the joy of why we do this show is we have the ability to sculpt and craft and curate the ideal content that people see every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday right here on Twitch.
That's right. I would say about 85% of the vibe of the show comes down to the editing booth and the wonderful job that our editors do.
Yeah, we want to give you a special shout out. We've got some editors that we have outsourced. Thank you so much. One day we will be able to pay you.
Yeah. Great team in Colombia.
Well, Dave, are you ready to throw to our first clip?
Yeah. So this first clip is one of my characters that hit the cutting room floor.
Yeah. Well, this was from an episode which was fairly recent in September. We're going to see a very exclusive clip of Dave, one of your characters known simply as the Smoker.
The Smoker.
Yeah, which you portrayed as kind of a Batman-style supervillain. So, of course, we have, the Riddler and the Joker. This was the Smoker.
Right, of course. Classic play on a classic genre of character. And he had some tricks up his sleeve. What can I say?
Yeah, so we're going to go to this. This is a classic character piece coming to us from early September. Again, a first time ever viewing. This is Dave Kaufman as Batman supervillain, the Smoker. Coming up. Okay, so if I'm to understand correctly, you are a supervillain?
That's right. They call me the Smoker.
yeah, I can hear that. Generally when Batman or any other superhero is going toe-to-toe with a villain, they kind of have a very boisterous, costume or appearance. You look like you're from a Rebel Without a Cause, or you're in a jazz band.
Well, I was in a jazz band. That's part of my origin story.
Oh, can you take me through your origin story, the Smoker?
Yeah, all right. Well, I was in a jazz band trying to play the drums and make the big jazz team, and I had a jazz coach, who pushed me too far. His name was J.K.
J.K.?
Yeah.
And you were trying to make the jazz team? Not the band, but the team.
Yeah, I was trying to make the jazz team, We compete in jazz against schools in the school district, and then hopefully we'd make the regionals.
How old are you?
I'm 16 years old.
Okay, so you are the only adolescent supervillain.
Not the only one. I teamed up with Baby Boy.
Okay, Baby Boy. Who's that?
What?
Who's Baby Boy?
He's my partner in crime.
You want to take me through how you met and joined forces with Baby Boy?
I met him in high school. He's a baby, but he has the intelligence of a 16-year-old.
Okay, so if he's the brains of the team, what are you?
I'm the style.
Oh, you're the style. Okay, the style. Okay, so the smoker, can you take me through what your plot is to take down superheroes?
Well, we're going after all of them. Batman, Superman.
Your cigarette's not even lit.
Well, I'm not allowed to smoke.
On school grounds?
Yeah, it's recess, and I'm not allowed to smoke on school grounds. Otherwise, I get a detention.
Wait, there's recess? You're in high school.
You didn't have recess in high school?
No, I can't say that I did. Recess?
Oh, you missed out, my man. We have a snack. I can get a Jamaican patty from the cafeteria lady.
Okay, so generally during your recess breaks, you have a Jamaican patty and then just suck on an unlit cigarette while you pair up with Baby Boy to take down all the various superheroes like Spider-Man, Batman, Superman.
Yeah. Aquaman.
Yeah, Aquaman. Yeah. Do you know any other superheroes?
There's oh fuck.
Wait, so you can't smoke on school grounds, but you're just cursing up a storm.
Yeah, well they can't hear me. Because the intercom's not outside, James.
Oh yeah, because the intercom listens.
Yeah, it's a two-way intercom.
Okay, two-way intercom.
That's how the Batman knows what's going on.
Well, do you have any enemies that you go to school with, the smoker?
Oh yeah, there's the bully.
Wait, so...
He's a superhero.
The bully is a superhero?
Yeah, the bully's a superhero, and he's been on my case for years.
Okay, so... This sounds like two villains against each other because no one really is in favor of... What makes the bully the superhero?
The superhero?
Yeah, no, I said superhero.
It sounded like you said superhero.
You know, I got a feeling that this segment's not going to make air.
What? Wait, this isn't live?
No, this is a pre-tape.
Oh, I thought we were live.
No, this is a pre-tape.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, you can cut this out then.
Yeah, I'm going to edit all of this out. Okay, well, the smoker... Well, I'd like to end this out. Do you have any type of message that you want to put out to all the good people in the world so they can be fearful of your ire? Do you have a catchphrase, anything like that?
Yeah. You better watch out, because I'm going to light up the world.
That's your catchphrase? You better watch out, because I'm going to light up the world.
Yeah. I had the catchphrase, smoking, but it was used in a major motion picture. So I've stopped saying it.
Right, so due to copyright infringement from The Mask, you couldn't use smoking.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we can't use it either. We're going to have to edit that out.
Okay, well, it seems like
all right,
this is a waste of my time. I'm going back to class.
Smoker, I don't want you to be late for class, so I'm going to let you get back to school, and we're going to be back in just a matter of moments when we talk porn addiction with Dale Bernier right here on At Home with James.
All right, see everybody later.
All right, so Dave,
yeah,
take us through what you were thinking playing that character. A lot of corpsing, not your finest work.
No, it wasn't a great character.
Yeah,
there's not much of a backstory there. What, he was just a smoker, like.
Well, he was a kid who hung out with another teenager who I guess was a baby boy.
I think there's more of an angle maybe playing baby boy. That seemed like a more interesting character.
Yeah, why'd you play the smoker? I guess once you found baby boy, that was more interesting.
Yeah, exactly. Once I found baby boy, I made sure actually baby boy turned into Jack Kaufman.
Yeah, and so everything did end up working out well in the end because we had one character that didn't really work and it inspired a character. Of course, one of your best, Jack Kaufman, who is under the impression that you, his Uncle Dave, is an Al-Qaeda sympathizer.
Right. Right, that's true. That's all part of the character.
Yeah, so things ended up working out well in the end. If you had to redo the smoker, Dave, what would you do best?
Well, I probably would have lit the cigarette.
Yeah.
But I filmed this in my apartment, so it would have been a bad idea. And maybe
there was some good reasoning. Having him be outside and not being able to smoke on school grounds is quite good.
Yeah, not bad. I wouldn't have corpsed as much. I probably would have tried to remain in character, focused.
Sure.
But that's always been a problem of mine, as the audience knows.
Yeah. Well, I want to...
What would you have done better?
What would I have done better? Whole thing.
Okay.
Better costume, better voice, better acting, better backstory, better supervillain.
Yeah, I can't disagree with you there, James.
All right. Well, look, as much as you learn from me, I learn from you. I want to say hello to someone in the chat right now. They're coming to us apparently from Brazil. Their username is Mafrina. Hello, I'm from Brazil. I'm enjoying your podcast. Could you say hi to me? Alan Heavy Hands. What up, Alan? Dave, are you ready to see one of our interviews that never made air?
Oh, yeah, I can't wait. Which one is this again?
This one's coming to us from March 17th, earlier this spring, when COVID was very brand new. This was our St. Patrick's Day extravaganza. This was the first time we dabbled with a holiday-themed show. It's going to be me and Thomas Barnwell. Any memories from this interview?
I do remember this interview. We had a serious production talk as to whether we should keep it in or toss it to the curb. And the no votes won, but just barely. I think you were in favor of keeping it, if I remember.
I was in favor of keeping it, and that shows that I do not run this show with a tyrannical fist. I allow the team that I work with to have some say.
Absolutely. You're a good boss.
All right, so we are going to be throwing once again, an unaired interview. This is an exclusive for the first time ever from March 17th, 2020, the St. Patrick's Day extravaganza. It's me, James, with friend of the show, his first appearance that didn't end up being an appearance at all, Thomas Barnwell, right here on At Home with James on Twitch. Thomas, it's so very nice to speak to you on this St. Patrick's Day. I don't like that I did that voice, so I'm not going to do it.
Good morning to you, James. How are you, me boy?
I'm doing very well, me lad. Thanks for being here. This is your first time on the show.
You bet. Facing Begora, my first time.
Now, Thomas, you're here for a very specific reason, just like all the other guests are. I'm interested to know what people's relationships are with St. Patrick's Day. Do you have a relationship? Your hat tells me one thing, but what does your voice tell me?
Of course I've got a relationship with the parade and St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
My grandparents immigrated from the old sod to this country. And naturally, I get to exploit their ethnic origins and get drunk every March 17th.
Yeah, well, that's going to be my follow-up question. Are you drunk or at least under the influence of any type of alcohol right now?
Absolutely, James. I've been drinking Jameson.
Yeah. Well, I want to thank you for bringing on a alcohol that features my name in a portion of its full name.
My pleasure. It's all my pleasure.
Yeah. How, well, I can tell you're having a very pleasured day. Yeah. Drink up. How much of that bottle have you consumed thus far today?
Well, it's early still. It's about 3/4.
About 3/4. Now, do you intend to finish it and then move on to another bottle, or is there no limit? Is there no bound to what you can accomplish under the influence of alcohol today?
Exactly. Alcohol makes me a Superman.
Yeah, it makes you a Superman. And can I ask you in what way?
I can fly, James. I can fly.
Now, of course, they just announced it. There will not be a St. Patrick's Day parade this year due to coronavirus. We've been asked to stay at home. So we're about, 3, 4, 5 days into this. How do you feel not being able to have fun on St. Patrick's Day the way that your ancestors would have want for you to have had the type of fun.
It's a plot by the English. That's what I can tell you.
Okay, so you think that the infusion of this illness into our society is a plot from the English?
Yes, because the word corona is Latin for crown.
Okay.
It's the queen. She wants to dampen our pleasure.
Now, would you say that this is an opinion that you have when sober, or is this just an all the time opinion?
James, the drink that's named after you helps me clarify my thinking. So while most people might think this is a conspiracy theory,
Yeah, of course.
It's not.
Okay. Well, I'm curious to know, Thomas, do you have any very fond St. Patrick's Day memories that you would like to share with everyone here on Instagram Live?
Well, there was St. Patrick's Day 2017 when I threw up on myself twice.
That's your memory, that you threw up on yourself twice?
Quite an accomplishment. I had too many shamrock shakes, if you might.
Okay, so it wasn't because you were drunk. You just had too many St. Patrick's Day themed milkshakes from McDonald's.
They're very rich. They're very rich. You shouldn't mix your drinks, James.
Well, can I tell you a secret, Thomas? You don't know this about me, but I do not actually drink.
Pardon me, I fell off me pot of gold when I heard that. You don't drink.
No, I don't. I do not consume any alcohol. That's why I wanted to do this episode today, so I could understand, as an Irishman who doesn't drink, what the appeal is, because this is an Irish-only cast tonight. I'm curious to know what it's like to be so under the influence on St. Patrick's Day.
I couldn't tell you what it's like not to be under the influence. But James, you might think of changing your name. I'm McGee who doesn't drink. My God.
Okay, so this is fair. I expected to, draw the ire of some of my fellow Irishmen. Now, if I'm no longer going to be a McGee, can I ask you some potential last names that I might be able to change my name to?
Fiorini.
Fiorini. Okay, well let's write that down. James Fiorini. What else?
Schwarzkopf.
Okay, so I'm going from Italian to Jewish, it sounds like.
Or German, I don't know.
Sure, yeah, sure. Any third name we want to round this out?
Harper.
Harper. Okay, great. So folks are tuned in right now on Instagram Live. I don't look at the chat. I'll be honest. I never look at the chat. Let me know. Do you want me to be James Fiorini, James Schwarzkopf, or James Harper? You know what? I'm fine with all of them. I would like to hold on to McGee, but it feels like I've done a disservice to my fellow countrymen here. Do you have any plans for the rest of the day now that we cannot have a St. Patrick's Day parade?
Well, I'm having a parade in my basement.
You're having a parade in the basement? Can you detail what that looks like for us?
Whoever's got the bottle, people follow him. So I just walk around the basement and I've got these hangers on looking for a drink.
Okay, so can I tell you what it sounds like to me? It sounds
What does it sound like to you, James Fiorini?
It sounds like, yeah, according to James Fiorini, it sounds like you've got a bunch of drunkards hanging out in your basement and you all play a follow the leader with a bottle of booze.
Yeah.
Well, do you guys eat anything? Is there anything that you guys are going to be snacking on in your basement, this basement parade?
Well, we'll be having some green corned beef and cabbage. And we only have that once a year. The rest of the year.
Can I ask how you get the corned beef green?
Food coloring.
I'm sorry. Sorry, James Fiorini, he's not too hip to these things. I'm a bad Irishman.
Maybe on Columbus Day, you'll tell me how you celebrate.
That's true, yes. As, of course, being James Fiorini, I'm much more of a Columbus Day fan. So fingers crossed that we're going to be able to celebrate Columbus Day this year. Now, before we let you go, Thomas, you have any predictions of how this whole coronavirus thing is going to shake out?
It's a hoax, James. It's going to be over in 3 or 4 days.
3 or 4 days. Okay, now
the
it
parade
seems to
will be
me,
next weekend. It'll be next weekend.
so the consensus that I'm getting the sense of is people think by the summer we should be fine. You think it'll be over in 3 or 4 days. So we'll have this
If that long, right?
if that long. Now, if that, kind of shakes out in the 3 or 4 days like you're projecting, what's the first thing you're going to do when you're able to get out of the house and get back into business?
Well, I'll probably have a drink and then I'll head down.
How does that differ than right now?
You said I'd be going out.
Oh,
So
sure.
I'll be out of the basement.
Mhm.
I'll lead the parade down to the corner bar,
Mhm.
and we'll have a drink.
All right, so you'll be retroactively celebrating St. Patrick's Day at the bar.
Making up for lost time, me friend.
You know what? That sounds good. Perhaps I might even meet you there. I might even ask them to put some green food coloring in a glass of non-alcoholic Beck's. How about that? Do you think they'll accept me? Can I get my McGee cred back, or will I remain Fiorini?
Non-alcoholic Beck's, that'll make you sick for sure.
Looks like I got some work to do. Well, Mr. Barnwell, top of the morning to you. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Have fun in your basement parade with your fellow countrymen, and I hope that you're able to hold on to the bottle longer than anyone else.
Happy St. Patrick's Day, me lad.
That is Thomas Barnwell. I am James. We are going to be back in just a moment when we talk to Joe Conto when he tells a story about how he pooped himself while camping in the snow. Coming up in just a moment on At Home with James right here on Instagram Live.
Cheers.
Now, Dave, I really quite like that interview with Thomas.
That was a great clip. I forgot how good it was. I'm starting to remember why we actually had to cut it out.
And yeah, see, I'm still unclear as to why. What do you think happened there, Dave? Why did you vote no?
Well, I remember because Thomas wrote me actually. He was so drunk when he was on the show that he forgot what he had said. So he wrote me thinking he might have said embarrassing things and asked me to cut the segment.
You know what? Frankly, there wasn't that much embarrassing content in there. And the strange thing is, he's never been like that since.
Never been like that since. Normally not such a booze hound as far as I know.
But here's the thing now. We went and saw that video. Thomas predicted that we'd be out of this now, we went from calling it coronavirus to COVID-19, the more scientific term. He thought it was going to shake out in 3 or 4 days, and he couldn't have been any more incorrect.
He was extremely wrong. We're still in it.
Yeah.
I'm going to bug him about that. I don't know. I hope he didn't get anybody sick with his behavior, because if he was a conspiracy head about it, it kind of makes me a bit nervous.
Well, he hasn't brought that up on the show since, but the fact is we will probably be celebrating this upcoming St. Patrick's Day in March of 2021 very similarly to the way that we did last year. So there is the potential that we can get Thomas back on, maybe a live update from his basement parade.
I would love to watch one of those follow the leader parties. That sounds like a blast.
Yeah,
just his kids following him around.
Oh, so you think it's just his kids following around in his basement? He just makes his kids and his family follow him around while he walks around drinking a bottle of Jameson?
Desperately asking their dad for some of the booze that he's drinking.
Well, look, again, clearly I'm not a great Irishman. I don't know much in the ways of the Irish traditions, but perhaps that's one that I'm unaware of.
James, did you keep that last name, by the way?
Fiorini?
Fiorini, yeah.
I dabbled with it until I realized that, government officials don't take too kindly to doctoring your name without the proper procedure.
Right. I would have gone with James Harper.
James Harper, yeah, it was a little bit too vanilla for me. I thought, you know what, I already love Panettone, so let's go with Fiorini.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and I never ended up celebrating Columbus Day. Got canceled too.
Oh, right.
Who would have thought it's Columbus Day, not a big deal here in Canada?
Yeah. Who would have
Well,
thought?
Dave, we're going to be going to a new unaired character piece that you did.
Yeah.
Another one that hit the cutting room floor. This was one that I had high hopes for. Long Island Larry.
Long Island Larry. Oh yeah, this
Yeah.
guy rings a bell. Remind me a bit about him.
Yeah, you're playing a character who comes to us from Long Island, New York.
Mhm.
So you are a New Yorker, born
Right.
and raised.
Right.
Yeah.
And where did it take place? It was like in a parking lot or something, right?
Yeah, was it I think you were at like maybe like a sporting event or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. This one's a long time ago. This was also early, so this came to us about mid-April. So I've forgotten about this one so much so.
Okay, well let's check it out.
All right, so we are going to throw to a clip. This one comes to us from April 14th, 2020. Dave Kaufman performing Long Island Larry, the guy from Long Island, New York, right here live on the all-exclusive episode of At Home with James. Long Island Larry coming up right now on Twitch. Okay, so can you detail where you're coming to us from? Was it Long Island, Larry?
That's right, Long Island Larry. How are
Yeah,
you, James?
where are you coming to us from?
Oh, I'm coming from the parking lot outside the Winners off the Interstate I-95.
Oh, you got Winners in Long Island?
Yeah?
I wasn't aware that they expanded into Long Island.
Oh, yeah, they did, yeah.
Yeah, generally in the States, they're more known for TJ Maxx.
Right, of course. But
Yeah.
Not in Long Island. No, we got Canadian stores here.
Oh, so in Long Island, you got all Canadian stores. So if,
Yeah.
you wanted to go to the pharmacy, it wouldn't be like a CVS or anything like that. It
That
would be a...
Farmer Prix.
Oh, so specifically a Quebecois
Quebec
pharmacy.
store, yeah.
All right.
Or
so
a Jean
if,
Coutu.
yeah, so and if you were...
Long Island.
And if you wanted to go get some food, you wouldn't really maybe go to like a Trader Joe's or you'd go to
Super Carnival.
Oh, so they're still called Super Carnival in Long Island?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, see here they changed their name to Super C a long time ago.
Oh, we'll probably be getting that soon then. They're gonna
Okay,
chop
yeah.
off the Arnival.
So you're about to go into Winners to buy, what are you buying today, Long Island Larry?
A yo-yo.
Oh, you're buying a yo-yo and you
Yeah.
thought, so you decided I'm not going to go to Toys R Us. I'm going to go to Winners to get a yo-yo.
I was hoping to get a deal on it, James.
Well, yeah, Winners is known for their deals. Why are you buying a yo-yo, Long Island Larry?
Because I want to become a yo-yo world champion.
All right, so if you're just tuning in right now on Instagram Live, I'm talking with Long Island Larry, the guy from
Heyo.
Long Island, New York, who wants to buy a yo-yo to be a yo-yo champion. Now, Long Island Larry, where's your New York accent?
Oh, I was born in Canada.
Oh, you were born. Where were you born?
Montreal.
Oh, you're born in Montreal. Okay, so it must be really nice to have all of these local stores.
Yeah, it makes me feel right at home.
Yeah, what brought you to Long Island?
Work.
What do you do?
I'm a truck driver.
Wait, how old are you?
16.
You're 16 years old. Well, so you don't go to school?
No, I dropped out of school.
Why'd you drop out of school? Did something bad happen?
My grades.
You have a run-in with somebody or something?
Oh, you're talking about the smoker.
Wait, who's the smoker?
The smoker is a super villain.
I can't say that I've ever heard of the smoker.
Oh,
no.
you'll hear about him soon enough.
So I'm gonna wait. So hold on. If I'm to understand correctly, you're a 16-year-old truck driver who was born in Montreal. You migrated to Long Island, New York for work. You dropped out of school because you had a run-in with someone named the Smoker, and he's a super villain.
Yeah.
Can you expand on this?
I'm trying to leave that part of my life behind, James.
Okay, that's fair. So you're a student turned truck driver with the aspirations of becoming a yo-yo. This is almost like the worst take. If there's like a remake on the Sylvester Stallone movie, Over the Top,
Yeah.
it's this.
You think I got too many things going on?
Well, no, in that movie, he's a trucker who's also a arm wrestling competitor, and you're a trucker who wants to be a yo-yo champion.
Oh, I haven't seen the movie, James. Should I watch it?
No.
Okay.
Well, tell me. Okay, look, tell me. I feel like we're getting off on the wrong foot here, Long Island Larry. What tell me about this competition that you're entering.
Well, there's an international call for yo-yo artists, and there's a big competition on an island.
Oh, so they put out a call for yo-yo artists. What's the grand prize if you win?
This billionaire, he put out an ad in search of the world's best yo-yo star. And
Who's the billionaire?
Jeff Bezos.
Oh, Jeff Bezos. Yeah, that's the guy that owns
Amazon.
Amazon.
Yeah.
Right. He's got little side projects like that nerd website Twitch and stuff.
Well, he bought Twitch. It was developed separately.
All right. So
I stream.
What's that?
I stream on Twitch.
Oh, you stream on Twitch? Even talking about this makes me sick.
Why? You never got on Twitch before?
I went to that website once by accident. It was the most unesthetically pleasing website I've ever been on. It's just this nerd thing, right?
Yeah. What were you looking for?
Well, like I said, I was given a link and I stumbled on it by accident. Yeah. Someone was like, "Hey, check this out," and it was a bunch of gamers.
Oh yeah, exactly. I'm hoping to stream my yo-yoing, make a couple of bucks through subscriptions.
Do you have you don't have a yo-yo on you that you could show us some tricks?
I haven't bought it yet, James. That's why I'm outside the winners.
So you have never owned a yo-yo?
No.
So you have no yo-yo skills?
Not yet.
So you're hoping to go into this winners in Long Island.
This is where my new life begins.
This is where your new life begins. Well, if you hit the big time, what are your aspirations after that?
I'm hoping to get a bunch of subscriptions on my Twitch and make a living streaming.
All right. Well, Long Island Larry, I want to wish you the best of luck with that. Before we let you go, is there anything?
Be honest with me. This segment, it's not going very well, eh?
Yeah, there's a lot going on in this segment.
Yeah.
Well, Long Island Larry, any last thoughts that you'd like to pass on to your fellow mates of the province that you miss so dearly? Any words for the Montrealers?
Yeah, when life's hard and you fall down, just remember, like a yo-yo, you'll get up again.
Okay, well, great. That is Long Island Larry. We're going to be back in just a couple moments when we check in with Dale Bernier as he tells us about the ups and downs of downloading internet pornography right here on Instagram Live. It's At Home with James. Well, Dave, what did it look like to go back and see probably one of your least sculpted characters?
It wasn't great. I'm glad that we cut that one out. I kind of broke at the end. I lost faith in the character, and I even asked if the segment was going well, which
Well,
which is not the best thing to do.
It was an interesting choice to be a character from New York with no discernible New York qualities.
No, in fact, he wasn't from New York. He was from Montreal.
He's from Montreal, but his name was Long Island Larry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's why you workshop a couple of things, and
that's why. But
sorry,
please, no, go on.
I think there was interference.
There may have been interference. Well, if you could have done anything different on that character, Dave, what would you have done?
Number one, I would have gone with an accent. Number two, I wouldn't have been starting a new thing. I would have been in the middle of something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Number three, probably would have worn something more appropriate to the character.
Yep. Yeah, you looked more like a hacker.
Yeah, I looked like a hacker, I think.
Well, coming in from the chat right now from Real Sid Rock, he says, I play Chicago Joe, but he'd be from Laval.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense according to what just happened.
Well, can I hear, like, if you had to redo Long Island Larry, what would he sound like now?
Oh, man, James, you know I'm bad with accents. Can you give me a little Long Island, and I'll try to...
You know, I think that the key is don't try to nail it, keep it simple. So just do like a New York accent, like, oh, yeah, I got out at the tunnel. I needed to go get some sausages, something like that.
Yeah, me and the missus, we got to go get some sausages.
It's a little bit too Montreal Italian. Try to, like, puff out your cheeks a little bit. Kind of give me a bit more something like something like this.
Something like this.
That sounds like a British person who's sucking on a Scotch mint.
Well, James, I'm gonna workshop it. I'm gonna make it better, and you might see Long Island Larry again.
I hope not. We're going to move on to our next unaired segment. This was an interview. This came to us from the month of June. This was Summer Loving. It was a night that was dedicated completely to interviewing couples. You remember this night, Dave?
I do. It was very interesting to see all the different dynamics at play.
Yeah, every couple that I interviewed, none of the interviews made the show. So I interviewed you and your wife.
Yeah. That got a little too personal.
And I interviewed...
She let off some steam.
Yeah, and I interviewed Dale and his computer.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The computer had a lot to reveal.
Yeah, it had a lot to reveal. That was one of those, again, inappropriate episodes.
Yeah, I think we scrapped the whole thing.
Yeah, well, we're going to go to... This came to us on June 1st, 2020. This was just 2 months before we made the switch to Twitch, as the kids say, on the playground. This is from the Summer 11 episode where I interview real-life couple Vance Gillis and Alex Brown. It's coming up right here on the best of exclusive unaired segments, characters, and much more right here on At Home with James. Alex and Vance, thanks so much for being here tonight.
Well, thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you, of course.
Well, this is a first, as I like to say on the show. It's a happening. This is the first ever time when I've had all dual interviews. So there's no individual guest. It's all tandems. You're coming to us not only as a tandem, but a couple.
Yeah.
That's right.
I don't think we're going to have as many shocking things to say as Dale.
And his computer.
Yeah. That was, I'm not sure that was airable.
That was very intense.
I'm open to doing this interview. It just feels like this whole episode might get scratched.
Yeah. Well, the thing that was tricky was when he was answering, I kept getting distracted by just a series of pop-ups.
Yeah.
I think he's on LimeWire or something. He keeps downloading.
Yeah. And those like bots, the porn bots.
He'll be back one day. He'll be fine.
How do you know
I don't know.
How do you know about that?
No, I don't know about it. I just heard about it.
Well, look, I don't want to cause any... This has been a night of controversy, and we're ending the night with the both of you. So we're hoping to have things go off without a hitch.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm hoping for. So, Alex and Vance, can you tell me how long you guys have been together for?
3 years.
5 years.
5 years.
It's been 5 years.
It's been
5 years. Okay, so Alex, a little incorrect, but not to an insulting level.
No. It feels like 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
What does that mean?
Like it hasn't been that long, but it's been like pretty long.
Yeah. Okay. So can you tell us, I want to hit you with a big one off the top. What are your keys to a successful relationship? If you had to answer.
Keys to a successful relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I would say maybe giving each other space.
Mm-hmm.
You know, think we're good at doing that.
Yeah, but I think like also spending a lot of time together. Like a lot of time together, you know?
Yeah. Well, the past couple of years, it's been a lot of time together. Yeah.
Well, yeah, of course. Well, you moved in with each other.
We did.
You're living in Toronto. Do you have any aspirations of moving back to Montreal?
No,
definitely not.
No, I don't think so.
I mean, this COVID thing's going to be done by August, so.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've been taking kind of bets on everything. So Vance, I'm going to put you down for August.
Yeah, August. Let's say August 15th. I'd say by the middle of the month, it's all going to be.
Yeah, that's good.
It's all going to be done.
I just had a COVID birthday like 2 weeks ago, and I thought it was going to be over by my birthday.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm also going to say August.
Okay, are you going to go with 15th?
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Okay, so I'm putting you down for August 15th. Okay, so if that's the case, if things clear up, COVID-19, it's out the back door.
Yeah.
What do you plan on doing, of course, as a couple? Because I'm sure been spending a lot of time at home. What's a way that you'd like to have some fun with each other that you think could be a serviceable bit of advice, let's say, for any couples watching right now? If Alex and Vance can do it, you can too.
Sex club?
What was that now?
No.
Nothing.
She was asking about something.
I said
that we.
That was sex club?
No, I don't think.
It's a joke. It's
no,
an inside joke.
I don't think that's what she said.
No.
Yeah.
That's not what she.
I said.
Well, we'll go back and post and look at that.
Oh.
Yeah. Thanks.
Great.
Yeah. Okay. So things that you might want to do in the summer.
I just keep thinking of sex club.
Yeah. Well, look, it sounds like you guys have plans to go to a sex club.
No.
Well, once things open,
It's
just, like it could have, you know.
Okay. Look, I wanted not to pry here, but can I understand what is a sex club? Just a club people go to and have sex?
That's my understanding of it.
Yeah. We've never.
I have a friend who went.
Looked into.
I have a friend who went, and she had sex there.
Yeah.
Okay, so Alex, you have a friend who went who had sex, and we'll take out whatever we need to. Are you guys interested in going to this sex club?
Well,
yes.
Full disclosure, we actually met working at a sex club.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
But we didn't do.
We said it was improv, but
yeah,
it was a sex club.
It was a sex club. It was.
Wait, so you were both working at a sex club in Montreal?
Yeah.
Yeah, but not in the way that you're thinking. We worked behind the desk.
Oh, you worked in the offices of the sex club.
Yeah, it was like
exactly,
administrative. Yeah.
Okay,
like,
well, can you?
We dabbled and.
Well, no.
Can you take us through how, like, what was the moment when I guess you both knew, or things, sparks flew? Were you working in the office?
Yes. Well, yes, but the office doubled as like a playroom.
Oh,
it was like a themed room.
Yeah.
It
was.
It was the office.
Yeah, it was the office.
Like the TV show, The Office.
Yeah.
Themed
room.
Now,
room.
If I'm understanding correctly, you both now when things began, was it the office part of the day, or was it the part where people use it as the office playroom? Let's say, was it pre 5 o'clock or post 9 o'clock?
Right.
It was post 9 o'clock.
Yeah,
it was post 9 o'clock. It was when,
because I think I had worked the early shift and you were working post 9 o'clock shift, and we were sort of. We crossed.
Oh, there was the crossover.
We had a crossover. Yeah.
Right.
I actually swapped with someone, so I'd get to have that crossover with you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now, when you're saying you swapped, you mean you switched shifts?
Yeah, I switched shifts with someone.
Okay, so wait, so your shift was the rarely seen 5 to 9 shift.
Yeah, I was supposed to be on the 5 to 9, which is we would serve meals, and then people would have the option to do sexual things, but they'd usually be so full and
it
gassy,
was like the buffet had a lot.
There wasn't
a
lot of action, or
okay
in the buffet too.
Yeah.
What was in the buffet there, Alex?
It was like it was like black beans and kidney beans, and there was chickpeas.
Okay, so if I'm to understand correctly, you both worked in the office of a sex club, and their buffet is a bean only.
Well, it was vegetarian.
Yeah,
it's a lot of vegetarian things.
Plant-based.
Tahini and so yeah, it was not a big hit.
Right.
I liked it. I mean, I liked it.
I liked it too. Yeah. It was very fulfilling.
Well,
but anyway, that sex club is closed now, and I think that's probably because of that 5 to 9 block.
Yeah. The buffet, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, can I ask you what your favorite memory of the sex club was?
Probably all the sex that happens there.
I think, and just being.
I liked all the sex. What can I say?
I liked the office work, to be honest. I liked the filing and the.
So between the two of us.
No, but like the literal filing.
Yeah, she liked the filing. I liked the sex. So.
Yeah. Well, okay. So this is interesting. This began with both of you having differing answers on how long you've been together, and now in asking what your favorite moment at the sex club was, we have differing answers. And this is kind of a nice thing, I think, because it shows people you don't have to be attached at the hip. You don't have to have everything in common. You don't even have to have the origin of your relationship, the answer be the same in order to have a successful relationship.
Exactly.
It's true. I mean, we saw each other for 2 years, and then
like you thought we were in a relationship for 2 years.
I did. But it turns out we
just worked together.
We worked together.
Yeah. I actually had a different relationship at that time, which I talked to you a lot about.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Well, so what happened to that guy?
Well, actually, I don't know. He just sort of disappeared.
Wait, he just disappeared? He stopped coming into work one day?
Well, yeah, he just stopped coming, and I told Vance, and
we should never ask questions about it.
Yeah, he doesn't let me ask him about it.
Well, we don't need to know.
Well, Vance, you knew this guy. You worked with him too.
Yeah, he worked at the sex club with us. He played Dwight.
Yeah, he played Dwight, and he must be on vacation or something.
I mean, it's a long vacation.
It's a long vacation, long cold vacation underground.
Well, this feels like a good place to end things. Alex and Vance, do you have any words of wisdom for new couples, existing couples, potential couples out there watching live?
I would say just get out there, don't be so concerned about this whole virus thing. I'd say just put yourself out there.
I think you should stay home.
Go to the sex club. There's many of them out there that, have differing themes. If you're not an Office fan, there's other things. Wait, did you say to stay home?
Yeah, I said stay home. What? Well, we can't spread the virus. I mean, we have to stay home and social distance.
But you know what? It sounds like this thing, according to you guys, August 15th, over and out.
What am I even saying? Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, August 15th.
Just do whatever. Just go fuck whoever.
Well, Alex and Vance, thanks so much for being here, and we will talk soon. And hopefully you can make this a recurring segment where you come on and give love advice to people looking for that exact thing.
Absolutely.
Thanks, James.
Absolutely. As long as it's not admissible in court.
I will say nothing. Folks, that's Alex and Vance. We are going to be back in just a moment with Carmen Rose's Why Can't I Reach That Thing? Right here on Unaired James. Okay, so Dave, I think Vance maybe killed a guy.
Yeah, well, that's why we didn't air the segments, because Vance requested afterwards that we did it, and also a couple of lawyers from the district attorney requested the tape as evidence for the trial. That's undergoing.
Yeah, he said, what did he say, that the guy's on a long, cold vacation underground?
Yeah, he said those words exactly, and those will be
you know what?
mentioned again in the court case, I'm sure.
He said it was a character. I believe him.
That's true. I mean, you could say I think that was Jeffrey Dahmer's defense, too.
Yeah, and look, things worked out okay for him.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he's fine now.
He's totally fine.
Well, Dave, before we really move on to the final moments of the show, we're going to be back on Monday.
What day is it today?
The show just keeps rolling on and on and on. This Monday, we're beginning the countdown to the end of 2020.
Unbelievable. You know, it feels like it just started.
Yeah. Well, on that show is going to be Raquel Belmonte. Oh. Gabe Rondos is going to be here. We're going to be learning all about their plans for 2020. And guess what? I'm going to be getting a live tarot card reading.
Oh, nice. Who's teching that show?
You are.
Oh, really? Okay.
Awesome. Thanks, Dave.
Okay.
If you had to make any predictions about what my 2020 will look like, what do you think? Because your predictions about me thus far have not been great.
Your 2020?
2021, excuse me.
Okay. I think things are on the up and up for you, James. I see you riding the wave of success. Maybe this show goes hits the big time.
And now, what's your definition of the big time?
I don't know. What do we got right now? I say 30 viewers a show.
If we had 30 viewers a show, I think people would see me crying of happiness.
Exactly, James. I think 2021 is going to be the year for you and me.
Yeah, because this is the thing. Anywhere I go, you go.
That's
Hell,
right.
I'm going to bring Barnwell with me. I'm going to bring Alex Brown with me. I'm going to even bring Vance the Murderer with me.
Yeah, for protection.
Yeah, for protection in case anyone steps up on my girl at the sex club.
Yeah, exactly.
Could you imagine you and me at a sex club?
Oh, I hate it when that happens, when you're at a sex club and someone steps up on your girl.
Yeah, and then they have sex and you have to watch.
Rats. I say drat.
Yeah, good grief.
Good grief.
Well, on the topic of clubs, this is going to bring us to your final character that hit the cutting room floor. It was edited out, and I think that this one, of all the characters that never made the cut, has the potential to make a comeback. You know which one I'm talking about, Dave.
I'm trying to remember, but maybe I smoked too much or something.
Yeah, well, this one came to us. This was originally set to take place on the first edition of At Home with James on Twitch in August.
Oh, right. This
character was Socratease, the pickup artist.
Right, of course. Socratease, the pickup artist.
Yeah, specifically spelled Socratease, Socratease.
Right, of course. I forgot that I spelled out the name.
Yeah, yeah. In the segment, you spell the name out. I'm very, I ask questions about, why Socrates? Are you into Greek mythology, things like that? And
let's not spoil the.
That's true. Yeah,
let's not spoil
no
the segment,
spoilers.
James.
No, I thought you were really funny in the segment.
Are you sure you're remembering that correctly? Because I bet that we leave this segment, and you're glad that it got cut.
Well, I guess maybe I'm misremembering it. This was. What people don't know, the first night on Twitch was supposed to be something called Dirtbag Night, where I did my best to go undercover as a dirtbag to get advice from Socrates.
Right. And Dale was going to be on that episode, I think.
Yeah, he backed out. He had a date that night.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, let's throw to this. This is from early August, our debut on Twitch. This is what was going to set the tone for what you see tonight. This is Dave's final character. This is a first time ever exclusive, Socratease, the pickup artist. We are back. This is a happening. This is the first time ever. This is truly exciting. We are here. How do you like the new digs? It's fresh, it's new, it's shiny, it's not Instagram Live. Heck, I might even engage with the chat once in a while. We are live right here on twitch.tv/athomewithjames, the debut episode right here, our new environment. Of course, this is Dirtbag Night, and I am here with a man who likens himself as some form of pickup artist. He is known as Socratease. Socratease, how's it going?
Hey, James, what's going on? It's me, Socratease.
Well, thanks so much for stopping by. You sent me an email and you said if there's anybody that I see as someone that I can help with my ways of passion and picking up, it's you, which frankly I took a little offense to. But of course, right now I'm embracing what it looks like to be a bachelor who's hanging outside in the rain waiting for a bus around, let's say, the P9 area. I'm here and I'm ready for any type of tip that you might have for me.
You look good, James. I like the shirt. It shows just enough flair.
Okay, so this is actually a jacket.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. What you want in a piece of clothing or a look or a style is something that piques the interest of a lady so that they come up to you and they ask you something like, hey, what's up with that jacket?
Okay, so again, I'm wearing this because between you and me, I think it's kind of like a funny kind of, it's like a vintage coat, but not vintage in a fun way. It's more vintage in, oh no, that man looks like his family just died.
Yeah, it shows the ladies that you've got a sense of humor. And then maybe
that shows the ladies that have a sense of humor.
Yeah, and then maybe deep down, you're emotional.
Yeah, well, I'd like to think of myself as an emotional guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Were you just blowing me a kiss?
Yeah.
Is that something I should be doing?
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen love it when they get a piece of affection flung their way.
Well, I can tell you something, I didn't love it.
Well, but you're talking to me about it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we're engaging. Okay, so it's an entry point.
It's an entry point, yeah.
Now, before we really get into it, Socratease, is this your first or last name?
It's my one and only, like Prince.
Okay, so it's just one name.
Or Madonna, yeah.
Okay, now why
you want me to spell it for you?
Well, I was going to ask, why is this? Are you Greek? Is there some type of interest in Greek mythology? Why Socratease?
Because Socrates is the man who's got the philosophy.
Oh, that's quite clever.
And I've got the philosophy for the ladies.
Was that supposed to be a rhyme?
No.
So it wasn't a rhyme. You just say it like it's supposed to be a rhyme, but it's not.
Yeah. You ever heard of a haiku before, James?
Yeah, I've heard of a haiku.
Nice.
I don't know why that was pertinent, but all right. So
the ladies
it's my understanding that people on their social media platforms, they can find you at Pickup Artist Socratease. So that's PICKARTIST
That's right. Check me out on Instagram and on Twitter.
Oh, wait, no. I got that.
Oh, no, shit. You spelt it wrong, James.
Yeah,
it's
oh,
tease.
so you spell it SOCRATEASE, like a tease?
Yeah. You can follow me on Twitter. You can follow me on Parler. You can follow me. Parler is like the right-wing Twitter.
Okay, well, I don't want anyone to follow anyone on that. Unless you want to, do whatever you want. Okay, now, you have tease in your name. Are you telling me that teasing is an important part of romance?
Absolutely. James, when you're talking to a lady, you gotta let them, you gotta play with them. A conversation's a game of baseball, and you gotta throw that ball back and forth.
That's not baseball. That's catch.
Yeah. But sometimes you hit the ball out of the park, and that's a home run, baby.
Okay, great. Now, okay, so how is that applicable? I said, is teasing a part of romance? And you said, yeah, sometimes you just got to throw the ball back and forth like baseball, but sometimes you hit a home run.
Exactly, James.
Can you explain why that is applicable to teasing?
Okay, so I'll start with this is all part of my level 1 coursework, which if you follow me on my Instagram, you can get a full 5 levels of PUA game that for $500 will teach you the steps to get the ladies. But I'll give you a little taste right now, James.
Well, that's right. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention you are here to promote your school.
I'm here to promote. Socratease is not just a theater; it's also a school.
Wait.
I'm not just a theater. I'm also a school.
Wait. You have a pickup artist school, but it's also a theater?
Well, I like to consider myself the theater because I'm always performing for the ladies.
Right. Wait, so you're the teacher and you're trying to pick up the women in the class?
No, I'm teaching other men who don't have the way with words that I have.
Well, you just said you perform.
No,
for the lady.
In my day-to-day, in my pickup-ing.
Oh, okay. So it's only a hypothetical. It's a hypothetical theater.
Yeah. The theater part is sort of is a metaphor, but the school is very real and collects real dollars. But we also take cryptocurrency.
Oh, so people can sign up. What's the name of your school?
Socratease College.
Wait, why didn't you just go with Socratease School? Get the alliteration. It sounds good.
Because my school's for adults only, James.
Okay, great. Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
You have any intention on starting any youth classes anytime soon?
School for kids?
Yeah.
I hadn't thought about it, but that's a demo that I haven't tackled yet.
Now, are you going to be teaching the classes if you were to do this youth corps?
No, well, I have several members of the faculty, and I'll probably get someone who's who's coming up in the school to teach the kids.
Well, tell us.
I teach the advanced classes.
Would you like to detail one of your star teachers? What's their name?
Muscles.
Okay, so your star teacher is called how does he spell that?
MUSCOOL.
Muscles?
S.
All right. Okay, so to recap,
and you can follow him at Instagram.
Yeah, you can follow him at Instagram.
Yeah.
That's his Instagram account.
He was one of the first signups on Instagram, and he got at Instagram.
Wow, he's really lucky.
It's not luck. He looks for all the new social media platforms, and he gets the hottest commodity, and then he'll resell them at a premium.
All right, so I understand why you've teamed up with this guy. Okay,
he's
so
something else.
All right, yeah, it sounds like it. So you are a pickup artist. Your name is Socratease, spelled Tease. You have a school for aspiring pickup artists. It's also a theater, but only in a hypothetical sense.
Yeah.
And you're constantly performing. Now, what's a tip that you could pass on? Let's say, this is one of the hardest ways to pick someone up. There's a lot of people that are interested in trying to get the number of someone who works in service, maybe a counter attendant, a server. What's the way to go about doing that?
I'm going to teach you a 3-letter word, and it's going to change your life, James.
Okay.
Neg.
Neg? Can you go into detail about that?
Neg. Neg.
Mm-hmm.
It's what you got to do is you got to give little light insults to the person. If you're looking to meet a lady and you see her confidence is super high, you got to bring that confidence down.
Okay, so if you're talking to a person with a lot of confidence, you want to. Okay, so
with a neg, James.
Okay, so if let's say I was someone in service and I'm gonna something like, okay, sir, your bill is $42.30. How will you be paying?
I'll put it on MasterCard.
Okay, great. We accept MasterCard.
Great. Hey, you ever heard of a razor?
Excuse me?
Have you ever heard of a razor?
Have I ever heard of I don't think I understand.
Because your beard could use a trim.
Sir, I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
Yeah, okay. Bye.
Sir, you forgot your credit card.
My bad.
So that's negging?
So now we're out of the scenario. It doesn't always work, James. But you want
so in some of your scenarios, they don't work?
The thing about being a pickup artist, James, is that it's all about playing the probabilities.
What are the probabilities? Out of 10 servers, how many are you likely to get a number of?
Just one, James. But that's the thing. That's all you need.
So your whole mechanism is insulting people?
Insulting people. And 1 out of 10 might give you the number.
Where are you right now?
I'm at my club.
Oh, you have a club?
Yeah, I own this place.
What's it called?
This is called Socratease.
You want to spell that for me?
It spells like it sounds, James.
Sucker, please.
Sucker, please.
Oh, sucker, please?
Yeah, sucker, please. That sounds good.
Yeah, spell it for me.
Suckerpleaze.
Why did you name it that?
It's a neg, James.
Oh, so you're insulting all of the clients.
Everyone who comes in
is a sucker.
I'm insulting all of them. And they come in with lower confidence, and that's what I maneuver.
So yeah, so basically you bring people's self-confidence down on the way up the stairs, and then you prey on your clients.
Yeah.
How much are the drinks?
$500.
Wait, for one drink?
Yeah. Or
okay, well,
you can talk to me and I'll get you one for free, James.
It looks like you got a lot of looks like there's beer in a cooler.
Just attacked by the smoker. What?
Yeah, that with the smoker?
Yeah, he tried to
rob
my club.
Wait, you mean the teenage supervillain?
Yeah.
What, he's in your club?
He tried to rob us, James.
What did he trying to sign up for your youth classes?
Well, we don't have those yet, but he tried to neg me, and I negged him right back.
What did he say to you?
He said, he didn't have a good insult. That's for sure.
He was probably too busy sucking on an unlit cigarette because he was inside.
Yeah, and that's what I said to him, and he ran away crying.
Okay, so let's get back to it. We're winding down here. You mentioned the prices in your drinks. How much roughly would you estimate those drinks behind you would be a grand total of?
This?
Yeah, right behind you. So it looks like we've got some bottles of champagne or wine,
these two
some
bottles
beers,
right
some mixed drinks. Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna run you like 10 grand.
So the that's a tab for that group would be 10 grand at Sucker Please.
That's bottle service, my man. You're paying for the ambiance.
Yeah, which is you.
Yeah, I'm a theater.
Yeah, you're a theater, but people can get free drinks if they talk to you.
Yeah.
So you basically operate your bar at a loss if people give you their number.
James, you've got a lot of talent.
What do you mean I have a lot of talent?
Well, you've figured it out, you know? Have you ever considered maybe joining my ranks, joining my school, signing up for a level 1 class? We do a free drop-in workshop. Oh,
you got a free? When do the free drop-ins happen?
Once a month on Wednesdays at 10 p.m.
Okay, so your drop-in workshop is 10 o'clock. How long is the workshop?
45 minutes.
It's a 45-minute. Do people get like a drink ticket or anything?
No, you gotta pay.
You gotta pay for a drink ticket?
Yeah.
All right. Well, okay. So you have a free drop-in pickup artist workshop on what was it now? It's on one Wednesday a month at 10 o'clock at night. It's a 45-minute workshop. And what can people expect?
They can expect just a rundown of like basic negging, a couple of negs that you can carry around in your wallet and pull out when you need them.
Oh, so preloaded.
Preloaded negs.
So they are applicable in any situation.
Yeah, we have a build a top hat session where people bring their own felt and you can build a top hat.
And that all happens in 45. So you basically, it's an arts and crafts class.
Yeah.
Do you teach it?
No, Muscles teaches that one. I teach one of those a year.
One of those a year. Okay, great. So where can people find your school?
They can just follow me or Muscles on Instagram, and we'll redirect you to a website. And the website will redirect you to a Twitter handle, which has all of our school information.
Okay, they can find you on all of your social media platforms at Pickup Artist Socratease. That's TEASC. They can find Muscles at Instagram. Yeah. Your school is Socratease College, yeah. And your club is Sucker Please. Well, look, Socratease, I want to thank you so much for being here on the debut edition of At Home with James live on Twitch. Any parting words for people watching right now?
Hey, if you don't play ball, you're never going to win the game.
Well, it's a great night for a ball game. Thank you so much, Socratease, and we'll talk soon.
Ta-ta.
That's Socratease, and you are At Home with James. We'll be back in just a moment when we wrap things up. Thanks for watching. Well, Dave, I remembered correctly. There was a lot of laughs in that segment.
You know, it was funnier than I remembered. I should give myself more credit sometimes.
Yeah, so can you tell me why you wanted to cut that from the premiere episode on Twitch?
He just seems like such a terrible person, and I felt uncomfortable doing it. I remember feeling uncomfortable.
Didn't look like you're It looked like you're having a great time.
No. That's all of the show, you know.
Yeah, what was the most
and I also
uncomfortable...
felt that some of Socratese's personality seeped into my own.
Oh, right, so you accidentally became the character a little bit.
Sort of like how Andrew Dice Clay started as a character, but became the real person.
Right, so you went around insulting people in service?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Well, Dave, look, that's our episode. We've seen 3 characters that hit the cutting room floor. We had a very hilarious segment, but unfortunately also edited out of an episode with Thomas Barnwell. And then we also saw Vance Gillis and Alex Brown, who were clipped from that episode. The whole thing was scrubbed due to incriminating information.
Yeah, I know. It's pretty incredible. I even had more footage to go through, but we're out of time today. Maybe we'll have to go over it some other time.
Yeah, well, what footage did you have? We might have to do a second edition of exclusive unaired footage. What else can people expect if we do this again?
Well, there was that famous Dale segment, and there was just a whole bunch of other stuff. A Ruth booth that went terrible.
Yeah, that was our pilot Ruth booth where things that did not go well.
Yeah. Do you remember any of the other ones?
Well, we had a lot of characters from you.
Yeah, a lot of really bad characters.
We had Son of Smoker.
Yeah.
There was Son of Smoker.
Yeah, I got a little carried away with that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
but, you know, you win some, you lose some. The good stuff made the show, and it's fun to show off some of the behind-the-scenes action once in a while.
Well, Dave, I want to thank you so much for all the characters that you provide, good, bad, and otherwise. I want to thank, of course, retroactively, Thomas Barnwell, all the way back from his drunken stupor in the month of March. I want to thank Vance and Alex Brown all the way back in the month of June. And I want to thank you, the viewer, for really providing us with 2 great days of fantastic viewership. We hope you had a nice Christmas. If you want to watch that episode, it's currently banked right here on twitch.tv/@home-with-James. A lot of fun. Sehar Manji, Raylan Carson, Dimitri Kiras, Mark Rowland, so many more. Thanks so much for watching tonight. We'll be back. You only got 2 more sleeps until there's more at home right here on Twitch. On Monday's show, Gabe Rondos, Raquel Belmonte, I'm going to be getting a tarot card reading. We're talking about everything that has to do with the impending day of 2021. And I just booked Dave to work the show too. So Dave is going to be here as well. Dave, you ready for another night behind the board?
Always ready, James.
Well, folks, that's our show. Thanks so much for being here. I'm James. That's Dave. You are you. We were here. Good night, goodbye, farewell, and of course, be well.
Take care.